on your side tonight, also getting answers from the Duval County School Board tonight. We're asking everything from the move to extend the school year to plans for next fall. On your side is Robert Bradfield spoke with Superintendent Dr. Diana Greene about what changes are in store for you and your children.
Duval County students will start receiving important information starting next week about when and where they can return their laptops. School Superintendent Dr. Diana Greene also answered my question about the decision to continue instructional time until early June.
Because we extended the extended spring break for 5 days, we lost those instructional hours. And we have to make it up unless the state provides a waiver.
She went on to say if the state's Department of Education grants the waiver, the district would consider ending school on time. Another question, what will happen to summer practices like band, JROTC, and football?
Our goal is to have everything that will happen during the summer, those decisions made by at least the middle of May.
One parent asked, is there any consideration to starting next school year later?
That change would have to come from the Department of Education if we were to start the school year after Labor Day.
Dr. Diana Greene also talked about why graduations will be held later in July and if the district is considering any layoffs. That information found right now on firstcoastnews.com. Robert Bradfield, First Coast News, on your side.